have DA Fonnie Willis as well as State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy here to talk about the incredible meeting that they had today and exchanging ideas as well as the work that they plan to do going forward. State's Attorney Braveboy.
Thank you very much. And thank you all so much for being here. I am truly glad to be standing side by side by one of the best warriors in the fight for justice in our democracy, Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis. DA Willis is bold. She's a fearless leader and masterful in her work. I consider us sisters in the field of law and sisters in pursuing justice for our communities. She's also a fellow Bison. We both have ties to Howard University. Ms. D.A. Willis was an undergrad. I went to law school at Howard University. And we carry that Bison pride with us every day. In Prince George's County, we are aggressively prosecuting perpetrators of crime and holding individuals accountable, especially violent repeat offenders, an issue that we discussed between our offices earlier today. My office has an over 90% felony conviction rate with a 95% homicide conviction rate. These numbers underscore my commitment to my community, and I know that DA Willis has the same commitment to her community. So we shared earlier in the work that our office is doing, and I look forward to traveling to Fulton County to learn about what Ms. Willis's office is doing. But we know that we have shared concerns. Concerns around carjacking, concerns around youth crime, concerns about the proliferation of guns in our communities, and the issues around gang crimes and string offenses. And we are both committed to addressing these issues head on. And so we talked today about those units within my office that handles our most serious crimes and the successes that we have achieved as a result of our commitment to justice. But there's one tool that we don't have here in the state of Maryland that DA Willis has been able to use to hold not only the individuals committing crimes on the streets, but all of those benefiting or orchestrating crimes in their communities. And that is the RICO statute in Georgia, one of the most, if not the most, aggressive in the country. In Maryland, we do have an organized crime statute, but it is not as expansive as Georgia. So I'm going to call on DA Willis to be my partner when we go to Annapolis in January to ask for an expansion of our organized crime statute. It's not enough to arrest and prosecute street-level offenders. We must hold everyone in the chain accountable for their actions equally. And so we look forward to working with you to use this new tool to address carjackings, white-collar crime, human trafficking, and other offenses that plague our communities. Today, we will also sign a historic memorandum of understanding where we will talk about the action steps that we will take together, united, to address the issues that face our communities and face the nation. We are not only committed to ensuring that we have a criminal justice system that works for our victims, that works for our communities, but we also want to ensure that our criminal justice system makes sense to everyone, including those who were convicted of crimes. We believe in accountability, we believe in tough and appropriate punishment, but we also believe in restoration. And today, we talked about some of the programs that my office has that focuses on helping to rehabilitate offenders, like our emerging adult program. That program goes into prisons where we have held people accountable and they are serving their time. But we know that over 95% of the people who are in prison today will return to our communities at some point in the future. And we want to make sure that they don't reoffend. Our emerging adult program has been in a pilot phase for a couple of years. This year, we have embarked upon creating a stronger and more robust emerging adult system, which provides wraparound services for those while they are serving their time and when they come home. It's not enough for us just to arrest and just to prosecute. We are very good at that, and our numbers and our commitment has shown that. But we also must ensure that these individuals don't commit further crimes, and we must address the issue of mass incarceration. And so we are committed to doing that while protecting the safety of our community. That is number one. So I'm so thrilled that DA Willis and I share these values, and we are going to memorialize that today. And I look forward to partnering with you always because you are a tremendous leader in our community, and you are someone that I look up to. And thank you so much for visiting my office, and thank you and your entire team for listening to us. Thank you.
So, good afternoon. I really just want to thank the members of State Attorney's Brave Boys office who are here. I shared with the State Attorney that I'm a fangirl, and I had been looking at many of the initiatives that she was doing in Prince George's County. What is so important about our two offices is they are so similar in the fact that our populations are not very different, similar in the fact that we are dealing with urban communities, similar in the fact that we both have the privilege of serving very diverse communities with many different needs. Similar in the fact that we want to make sure that we are both committed every day to keeping our community safe, and we want to do that by having creative ideas and then keeping the best of the ideas that are old and that we want to make sure that we continue to do. And so both of her are what I call real prosecutors. I, like her, am very happy that I have a team with me, and we also boast of a 93% conviction rate in Fulton County, Georgia, because we are serious about prosecuting crime and violent offenders. But I have said it many times, we cannot prosecute our way out of the problems that our communities face. And you have just come up with some brilliant programs that will be entering Fulton County, Georgia as soon as January of 2024. I brought my staff here so that we could learn firsthand about your reentry program. And that is just a brilliant brainchild of yours, because the reality is this: she is correct. People are going to prison, but they are coming home. They are coming back to our communities, and we need to make sure that when they return with the tools that they need to be successful, so we do not see them again. And so in 2024, we will begin to assist people not after they get out of prison, but 18 months before they hit the door. And so I really am just humbled that you would take the time to teach that to your sister state down in Georgia. But I'm also impressed with your aggressive prosecution in the Strategic Investigation Unit, and that's coming to a DA's office in Georgia real soon too. And so we have already talked about how we can put this in place, but the fact that you are willing to partner with us and give us the very best of your office, both in the leadership that you provided, but just in the ideas and your heart of service. And so I like to be with other people's of heart of service. This is my sister here, y'all looking at. We bison through and through. HU is in the house, and it does produce the best in society, and I am just so happy to be here. I'm elated to be here. This, as she said, is an historic historic agreement to support each other's offices, to support each other individually as we are in these hard times that sometimes face our law enforcement community, to be here to support each other, but also to make sure that we are making sure that our staffs have the absolute premier training to be successful. And so thank you. I'm humbled that you would make this opportunity for the state of Georgia.
Thank you. Thank you very much, DA Willis. So now we are going to transition to signing this historic MOU. Some of the features of the MOU, so I won't bore you with the entire thing, is really our mutual support for each other's independence and freedom from interference as we pursue our jobs as top law enforcement officers. That is very important, that we do our job independent of others' political interest. We will talk about, or we will continue to work on developing long-term ideas to address the issue of mass incarceration. That's very important. Again, we believe in accountability, but we also want to ensure that our justice system is fair and that it is compassionate. We also want to work not only in our local jurisdictions, but nationally, to really teach America about what it takes to end recidivism. Prosecution is part of that, accountability, punishment is part of that, but also opportunities for restoration must be real, even for those who have committed offenses. We will jointly advocate for more local and federal resources for victims of crime. Our victims of crime are counting on us to be their voice at all levels, including ensuring that even after the prosecution of the case, that we can still assist them in moving forward with their recovery. We are going to take on big issues like truancy. Truancy is a leading cause in my community, and I believe DA Willis can say the same, in juvenile crime. Young people, in many cases, did not return back to school after COVID. The issue of truancy was exacerbated by that pandemic, and we are seeing the effects of that in our prosecutions of young offenders. They're becoming more violent, and it's becoming more frequent. And oftentimes, when we ask for school records, what we find is that they haven't been there, or they haven't been there consistently. We have to pull back that layer from our school systems, not to blame anyone, but to come together as a community and say this is a real crisis. These young people literally are our future, and we have to care about them, and we have to figure out what is preventing them from showing up in school. We're also going to, again, talk about issues around how we prosecute domestic violence cases, because domestic violence is an issue everywhere. It crosses socioeconomic lines, race, profession, sexual orientation. We are committed. And so we look forward to working, again, DA Willis, with your office. This is a historic moment. Our office is coming together to say that united, we are stronger. We know together we can make a difference, not only in our jurisdictions, but also in this country. So thank you all, and if you want to go ahead. A big moment.
Thank you both very much.